So I'm here with Gio today, who is our third member of our Rainbow Six Siege squad, who's a freshman. So
Yeah.
complete opposite end or opposite perspective from Hector, who has been here for 4 years now. So before I get into all the esports things, I want to ask you, sort of like I did before we started, what your experience has been like going to high school now and what that impression has been.
Honestly, going to high school for me, it wasn't really like that big of like I'm scared to go or anything. Like, I was excited, honestly. Just when I found out that I was going to a different school, I was a little bummed. I'm gonna be honest, but now that I'm here, I feel like better that I'm going to this school instead of my other school, cause I feel like here, I feel more like connected with everybody than at my other school. But honestly, I like it here a lot.
Connected, how so?
Like all my other friends, like everybody just knows, like here everybody just like is really friendly and just like doesn't care about like anybody. Like at my old school, a lot of people would get bullied, and I felt like I didn't really like seeing that, because it was like a pain just seeing like other kids get made fun of. But like here, like you don't see that like at all. Like everybody's just chill with each other. Like if you bump into somebody, they'll be like, "Oh, my bad." Like one day I'd knock some guy's phone out of his hand. I was like so apologetic. I was like, "Yo, my bad. I'm so sorry." He's like, "No, we good, we good." And then yeah, it's just so friendly here.
That's cool. That's really awesome. So what do you think do you think that has anything to do with the fact that it's an all-boys school?
Honestly, I was a little skeptical at first because it's all boys school.
I know, I definitely was when I first
I was like, hell no, I don't want to go here. It's an all boys school. And then
really? Why you got to do this right now? Sorry about that. So you were talking about you weren't sure about.
yeah, I wasn't really sure, but a lot of my hockey teammates, they also go here. So my dad was talking to their dads, and we're like, oh, it's a great school, like other pathways, activities, and like overall just the education here is really good. So like I looked into it like myself, and I was just like, you know what, why not? Like, why not just come here, just like expand myself to something new that just like is like unordinary for me to do, I would say.
Do you have an idea of what you want to accomplish while you're at Bosco, or what you're looking to pursue after you're done? Anything that far in the future?
Honestly, for Bosco, I'm just trying to get like the best education I can, because that's mainly why I came here. But also, since I play hockey, I want to try to get a scholarship for hockey while I'm here. But if not, like after, I want to go to trade school for like mechanic or anything. Like if I don't become pro or anything, then that's my second option.
Does Bosco have hockey here that you can participate in, or is that just something that you're doing outside of school?
No, yeah, I'm on one of the hockey teams here.
Okay.
But yeah.
Awesome. And I didn't know that you were interested in potentially being a mechanic.
Yeah, actually, when I was little, my grandpa would always work on cars, because since he works at a car dealership, he'd always take me, and I would just be there chilling in his office, and I'd see like guys working on cars, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I was like, I love that.
Do you have a favorite car?
My dream car is a Lexus IS300 2003.
2003. That's very specific.
Yeah.
Why
Red.
that? Why that one in particular?
Because my dad had it and I liked it.
Nice.
And also I like modding cars, so I'd say I'd mod it out.
That's
But
pretty cool.
also, since one of my uncles has a lowrider, that also got me into it because of like how much work you have to do for all that stuff, which is like, and how expensive it is. But
I'll bet.
Yeah.
You got to do some crazy modifications to the car
yeah.
to get it to jump like it does. And I mean, I don't even know, how much are those decals that they put on the back, or those like...
Frames alone for the bottom, maybe like close to 15, and then all the batteries that you need for it to hop.
15K?
1500.
Oh, 1500.
Or K.
Yeah.
Depending on like if you get like a cheap frame or custom or all that stuff like that.
Probably a range
Yeah.
of different...
And then all the batteries that you need. You need like 12 batteries, because if you want to go so it can like jump, and if you want it to go high, you need like 12 batteries. And each battery's like what, $200? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I could see how that add up fast. And I imagine they're changing parts out
Oh yeah.
constantly.
And
So
especially
let's do
when they
something else.
break,
Yeah.
like dude, the frames and all that paint work and body work they do on it, it's not cheap.
Jeez. Okay, so cars, hockey, esports. How does that fit into the picture? What made you, first off, I haven't started with this yet, but what was the game that sort of got you into gaming? It could have been Siege, or maybe it was something else.
Oh, you know a game called Uncharted?
Yeah.
Dude, that was the game that got me.
I haven't played it, but I'm familiar with the
My dad,
concept.
when we used to live in Bakersfield, he would play it, and I'd always watch it. And then we moved over here, and he started letting me play it, and my mom would get mad because she said it was too violent. But since it has like historical stuff in it, my dad was like, "No, just let him
get a
play it.
pass
Just
for
let him
that."
play it." Yeah. And I just fell in love with it. Like I played all the games, and I still play it now. Like I know everything in the games, like all that stuff. But that game like got me hooked.
It's an open world adventure
Yeah.
type of game, right? Yeah.
Also FIFA too. My dad just playing FIFA, and when I would play FIFA against him, I would always get really mad.
He
And
would always win.
he would always win, and I would get really, really mad. So I feel like that's those two games for sure.
You said you used to live in Bakersfield?
I was born in Lancaster, and then we lived in Bakersfield, and then we moved over here in Redondo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like 30 minutes from
That's
here.
pretty far. Bakersfield, at least. Because I had a tournament there a long time ago. And it feels like not even the same state necessarily.
It really doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, so Uncharted was the first game that sort of got you started in gaming. When did Rainbow Six come into the picture?
The season when Doc came out.
When Doc came out, he's
I
one of
forgot.
the OGs.
Yeah.
So he was one of the so basically when the game launched.
Kind of.
Okay.
So-
or are you thinking of Operation Health when they started patching it and they
Yeah,
were
maybe that.
buffing?
Because my uncle, he started playing it a lot, and I would just walk in on him playing it, and I was just like, well, that's a pretty fun looking game.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yo, you want to try it? And I was like, yeah. I also got really pissed at that game.
Oh, for sure.
But I liked playing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd get mad, but I'd get pissed. But
I don't know who hasn't with
Yeah.
Rainbow Six. I think if you might have some underlying anger issues, they're going to get revealed when you play Rainbow Six.
it's
Absolutely.
rare having people who enjoy playing Siege and don't get mad at all.
I could almost extend that to any competitive game that we do now. Like we're passionate about it, but there is a part of us that is just so frustrated, or the knowledge becomes so deep that when things don't go as planned, or when you mess up really basic things, you're like, why am I doing this?
It, like, sets you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that is one thing that is kind of great about the esports program, now that you mention it, is that when you're at home in your room and you're gaming, you're kind of free to just act out however you want, and you're not really going to face repercussions for it online. I mean, unless someone reports you for bad behavior or something like that. But when you're in the lab, there's a part of you that remembers, like, oh, I'm training with other guys right
Yeah,
now.
like, I got quiet
can't
now.
act like a complete, as much as some of the other players will be really loud. I think there's more of a barrier there that people will keep with themselves, instead of just slamming keyboards and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I've broken, like, 2 headsets and 1 monitor just by playing Siege, so I've learned to tone it down.
good.
Yeah.
So that's Siege. What has your experience been like now that you've been in esports for the last few weeks?
I honestly think it's really fun. At first, I was like, who the hell are these guys? Like, I have no idea who they are. And then now it's like we're friends and stuff. Like, when we see each other, like, we'll say hi and all that stuff. Like, we'll talk for a little bit. But it's cool. It's just like a place where you can just find new friends or anything like that. But I like it, honestly.
Have you made any discoveries in-game or as a teammate regarding yourself, from being in the lab and training with Hector and Isaiah or Slips? have you gotten a new perspective on your journey as a player from being here that maybe you haven't gotten while you were playing online?
Probably just like it's a lot more competitive than what I thought. That people do actually take it like really seriously, and I honestly did not think any of that. Like I thought people just played it just for fun or like just, but it's actually really competitive. And for me, playing on console and then switching to keyboard was also something that was like really big too.
So all three of you have been through this experience. Isaiah said that it was really challenging at first, like the transition from controller to mouse and keyboard. Hector said it was whatever, he got used to it. What's your opinion on that?
Honestly, since I've been playing controller my whole life, and I was really good on controller to the point where I was getting banned and stuff.
Really?
I was getting banned for walls. Just because I had sound cues and stuff. And after that, and when I joined this, and Hector told me, he was like, you should switch to keyboard. Like, you have a lot of disadvantages on controller. So I was like, you know what? I'll just try it. Because I've played it like once or twice. But I never like really wanted to make the switch. But now that I make the switch, like, it's a lot easier than controller. It's just like...
Once you get used to it, it is way easier.
Way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
sorry, you were going to say it's just like...
It's just like easier, just in general for everything. Like, for me, I still have to work on a couple things. Because I've only been playing keyboard for like, what, like 2 or 3 weeks? How long has this been on for?
3 weeks.
Yeah. So I still have a lot to work on, but mostly just mechanical stuff. But
yeah, and once you get a handle on that and you finally, relinquish that, because there were times when I was learning mouse and keyboard where I'm like, I just want to go back to a controller. But now, even yesterday, I was playing a single player game and I was on controller. I just wanted to give it a try and I just didn't like it. Felt so restricted by it. Cool. Okay, so I'm glad you've had a good experience with trying different inputs. I want to ask you, do you have any? So you clarified that you might be interested in trade school as a mechanic, doing hockey professionally. Where might esports fit into that? Do you think you will continue to play for fun? Do you think that getting involved in the scene, whether it be through coaching or announcing or competitive, if that's something that interests you by that point, where do you see that?
Honestly, if I get like crazy good, I'll do this, because I know you can get scholarships and like make like crazy money if you're really good. So like if I'm really good, like yeah, like I'll do this, but yeah.
Okay. And this is something I haven't asked the others yet, and I want to start asking everyone as they go through and we chat about it. If there was one thing that you could change or improve about the program currently, because personally I think there's a lot of great things about esports, and as a coach who's been here for 4 years, I know some of the upsides and downsides of being a part of it. And I have my own ideas of what we should add on, but I want to hear from one of my players what you wish you could see when you came into the lab every day, or what you wish would be implemented.
Honestly, me personally, I don't see anything that's like wrong, because it's my first year. Like, I think everything's just amazing here.
Yeah.
But like maybe like once I come in here more and I what's it called? Or like when I'm a sophomore, I'd be like, oh, like maybe this or that. But like now honestly for me, nothing really. I don't really care about it. Like, I'm just really grateful just to even like just be playing here.
I mean, that's a great attitude. So very happy to have you on the squad, Gio. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
I know that was a little shorter than the other ones, but I mean, everything you say is just so succinct. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and until the next one, maybe we'll run this back again at some point.
All right. Thank you.